Good morning, folks. Hi, Phil McPhail here with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Welcome to Blaine Avenue in the town of Guilford. What I'm going to show you today is a piece of property located here on the southwest slope of Guilford Mountain. And this diverse property has everything for features that I would consider important for a multi-purpose property. We've got year-round access on a paved public road. We've got grid power and communication lines roadside. We've got an access driveway onto the land already. And we have about a mile of a water feature that runs through this large piece of land. So stick around. I'm going to take you on a tour of this property with me today. This property has a lot of potential. It could be a great house lot if you're looking for a lot of acres. It could be a homestead property. We got some decent soils and places in here, so you could farm this. It could be a great recreational property, a hunting property. We're close to a lot of outdoor recreation in the area. We're going to talk about it a little later. And all of this at a very competitive price of just over $1,000 an acre. Okay, we're at the driveway entrance now of this 242 acres here in Guilford on Blaine Avenue. And this is Blaine Avenue behind me. It's also Route 150. You'll see that on the map. All paved road, year-round access, plowed very well by the state. And we have communication lines and grid power right along the road on the side of the road where the property is. And you'll see this is a roughed-in driveway. It needs a little more improvement, but it's passable now. And it goes in onto the land for almost 500 feet. And we'll take you up there and show you that building site that I would probably choose if it were me. And if not, you can come here and look at it. There's all kinds of places you can build on this property. Okay, we came up the driveway now, and this is a little over 500 feet of driveway in. And we've got about an acre, maybe an acre and a quarter of cleared space up here on the top of this hillside. And we're at about 590 feet above sea level elevation at this site. There's, with some more tree clearing here, we got Guilford Mountain off to the northeast of us here. We got some beautiful sunrises. You're gonna get some sunsets off this way to the west, looking over towards the mountains, the Appalachian Mountains running just west of us and north of us here. Beautiful site for a house, cabin, getaway spot for you and the family. Whatever you're looking for, I think this property can do it. We got elevations here on this property in Guilford from 460 to about 630 feet above sea level. It is a nice rolling piece of ground. If you're looking for a big flat piece of property, it's not it. If you like a little bit of character to the land, some natural features, you're gonna find it here. Over here on this site, where the building site we mentioned earlier, what we have here, according to the NRCS soil map, is a placed howland soil mix. And those soils are good for just about everything, from growing trees to supporting wildlife. And in areas where you clear the trees and rocks, you're going to be able to farm this soil. It's going to vary in depth from place to place. We've seen walking the land, areas of outcropping of ledge on the very peaks of the hills, pretty typical of this region. On the ground below that peak, we're finding that howland, placed howland soil type, and it looks quite nice. We're over here on the southern boundary of the Blaine Road Guilford property now, and then this 242 acres. The south line, we found a pin, an old iron stake where the forester showed us it would be out on Blaine Avenue, and we followed these red spots up through the woods. This is old evidence, folks. I don't have a recent survey of this property, but from what the foresters showed us here, it looks pretty clearly marked, at least on this southern boundary. You can follow that in. And as we're walking in here, this side of the land over here in the south, once we get up on the knoll, is mostly hardwood trees. We got some birches in here, a lot of maple. Once in a while, you're gonna see a few pines scattered through it, but by and large, this section of the land is mostly hardwood trees. We're leaving Blaine Road now. I'm going to take you guys on a walk over to Howard Brook, which is the major water feature on this property. We've got over 5,000 feet of frontage on the brook, and the brook actually forms a nice pond on this property. So come along with me. We're going to take a look at that. We're down here not too far from the pond right now, and I got to point out, for all you hunters like me out there, there is a beaten trail right crossing Blaine Road, right through the woods, parallel in the pond and the high ground up above us. As we walk in here, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the location here in Guilford. This property located on Blaine Road. We're about 4 miles from the center of Guilford. And Guilford's a nice little town. They got a school there, Piscataquis Community School is about 3.9 miles from here. Downtown area of Guilford is about 4. And what we have there is we got a grocery store, we got hardware and building supplies, a couple of restaurants. It's a nice little town. It's not very big, but very, very nice town. We're 11 miles from the county seat of Dover-Foxcroft, and we're located here in Piscataquis County. And those fans of our channel have heard me talk about Piscataquis County. It's one of my favorite counties in the state. Second largest land area wise, but it's the least populated county in Maine. So you got lots of room. Spread your wings up here, get out in the woods. Not too many people per mile. Dover-Foxcroft, folks, has, like I said, it's the county seat. And we've got a hospital there, grocery stores, a couple of them, several restaurants, car dealers, a lot of services there. There's a big ice arena that they put in a few years ago that's absolutely beautiful. Come check that out while you're here. The city of Bangor is about 47 miles from this location. That's northern Maine's largest city. We got an international airport there. We also have some world-class restaurants for a small city. It's one of the safest cities in the United States, because Maine's one of the safest states for crime in the US. You can fact check me on Google on that if you'd like. As we continue on our walk, I'll tell you a little more about our location here in Maine. We are 132 miles from the city of Portland, Maine. That's Maine's largest city. Internationally known for fine dining and our coastal features of the Portland area. Absolutely beautiful spot. Nice city. Further away, Boston's about 238 miles. We're a little less than 4 hours drive from the city of Boston. What else can you do while you're living here at Blaine Avenue in Guilford? Well, there's a lot of nearby things, points of interest that you might want to know about. Moosehead Lake, Maine's largest lake, 21 miles northwest of us here in Guilford. That's the boat landing would be in Greenville, be your nearest one. That's, like I said, Maine's largest lake, 75,000 surface acres. And just get your mind around that. That's like 4 towns almost in Maine covered with water. The lake is great for boating, great for swimming. There's state parks up there you can camp out at. Just a beautiful place. 246 feet deep, some big lake trout, landlocked salmon, brook trout fishing. Beautiful place. Got a couple of outlets that are also good fishing and rafting. East outlet of the Kennebec and the west outlet both run out of Moosehead on that western side of the lake. 10.5 miles from here, we've got the Appalachian Trail. You can be there in 15 minutes from this location, and actually at the trailhead of the 100-mile wilderness section that runs between Monson and Mount Katahdin, which would be the northern terminus of the AT. So those of you who enjoy hiking, that's there. That's a beautiful, beautiful trail network. If you've never been on it, you should do it before you die. If you're looking for a little smaller lake to be at, but not tiny, there's beautiful Sebec Lake is about 12 miles from this location. 15-20 minute drive. Beautiful body of water, 6,800 surface acres, 155 feet deep. Well known in the area locally as a great place to catch some really large lake trout. And maybe not as well known, but in the shallow water over there is some exceptional smallmouth bass fishing. That lake's actually been featured on a couple of national fishing programs over the years. It's also a great place to take the kids swimming at Piscataquis State Park, not too far from here. Several boat landings on the lake. The nearest one is in Dover-Foxcroft. Beautiful body of water. And if you like moving water, the Piscataquis River, that's a major tributary to the Penobscot, runs out of Blanchard, Maine, flows down through Guilford and Dover. That's about 3.5-4 miles from this location. Nice river for paddling. Beautiful river for fishing, smallmouth bass and trout in that river. We've got a lot of outdoor recreation. You know, I always People are always saying, well, gosh, is there anything to do up here besides that? Yeah, there is. I mean, you can get to Bangor and catch a show there, concert series, go to the casino. But, you know, if you like the lifestyle of the outdoor wilderness areas, yeah, I don't think you can beat this part of the state of Maine. Well, we've made it down here to the shore of the pond that's formed in here by Howard Brook. Beautiful place. I think if you were to spend any time down here watching the shallow edges, you'd probably see some moose grazing in here. Deer, black bear, everything following this as a natural feature. Beautiful pond. It's not deep. I doubt it holds trout year round. I'm probably going to find a few here early in the spring before the water warms up and they go looking for cooler springs, but beautiful place. Got a great view up here of Guilford Mountains, southwest side. Come check this out with me today. Well, while we're walking back out to the road, I told you earlier that where the driveway is a great building site, and I do think it is. However, if you wanted to be closer to the water, bringing a driveway in towards the northern end of the lot off of Blaine Ave, we've got this ridge line that runs kind of paralleling the pond, as you might expect. In about 500 to 700 feet from Blaine Ave, we've got a pretty quick plateau, comes up, levels off, great spot to build. With some clearing, you'd be able to get a view of the pond. Just another possible place you might want to build on this property. Hey, before I wrap up the video for you folks and tell you all the terms of this property, don't forget, like and share this video with some of your friends and hit that subscription button down below, put on all notifications, you won't miss our next video. So the price here of this property at Blaine Avenue in the town of Guilford is $252,000. We got 242 plus or minus acres here. The taxes are $738 for 2024. And we have a bullfrog trying to out-talk me here, I guess, but that'll be fine. Hopefully you can hear that on the video. We've got 1,400 feet along Blaine Ave. We've got the interior road that comes on for over 500 feet. It started of a cleared building site. We've got electricity and phone, roadside, everything you could want in one property. Give me a call, 800-286-6164. I'd be happy to show you this land in person. There's a lot more here that we didn't video that we'll walk if you come and see me. Talk to you soon.